Thank you for taking time out with PSOA, Premier Sports Officials Association. Sean Johnston here from Omaha, Nebraska. And in this week's NFHS training tape number 8, we're going to start with 8-man football. PSOA has 4 crews this week that were selected to work 8-man football playoff games. Matt Haggy, Steve Harris, Tim Earsman, and Mark Olferts. So congratulations to those 4 crews, and hopefully these first clips are reminders when it comes to 8-man football. So crews working first-round playoff games, review these rules, and don't have any misapplication of errors compared to 11-man football. So here's some 8-man reminders. We do kick off from the 30-yard line because it's only an 80-yard field. 3 players on either side of the kicker. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is legal, but we definitely need 3 on either side of the kicker. And if they don't, at the time of the kick, we're going to blow that kick dead, move them back 5 yards, and re-kick. Have this play out here. We have a deep kick, goes into the end zone, and now we have a touchback. All right, we're going to place that ball at the 15-yard line, anywhere between the hash marks. So whoever's going to be the new offense, line of scrimmage, as you're getting that ball from the ball personnel, ask the coach where they would like the ball, left hash, right hash, or the middle, or positions 1, 2, and 3 if you're using that on your crew. All right, all players need to be set inside the 7-yard marks, and they need to play in the play. So I have this player out here because he came off the field. All right, so the official throws a flag for illegal substitution. So the video doesn't show it, but this 8th player was inside the 7-yard marks in formation. So all players inside the 7-yard marks in formation have to play. Well, you can't play with 8, so that's illegal substitution, correctly blown dead. But it's a 7-yard mark, not 9-yard mark for 8-man football. All right, so the next play here, we talk about backs in the backfield. So there's no more than 3 backs in the backfield. And then as we go, it's very important, umpires, every single play, since there's no numbering restrictions with linemen, both linemen who are on the end of the line are eligible receivers on that play, no matter what their number is. There's no restrictions on their jersey number. So every single time you have to get the snapper's number and the guard number of who's covered up for an eligible lineman downfield. So if you're not used to doing it every single week, 11-man, we find our 5 linemen 50 through 79 for that rule, and we make sure those players don't go downfield. 8-man, those numbers could change every single down. So we might have to get 3 new numbers every single down. No fouls on this play. Just a reminder, no more than 3 backs in the backfield in 8-man, and then the numbering restrictions are not part of the game in 8-man. All right, we have an onside kick here. All right, so we're going to talk about mechanics. You know, before every single kick, we have a beanbag out and raised in our hand to remind us every single kick is an onside kick, so we're not surprised. All right, so this is to begin the game, 12 minutes, 0-0 score. All right, so we got to be ready. It's playoff time. You never know what's going to happen. And as long as we're ready and we're not surprised, things won't blow up on us. So we have the ball here at the 40-yard line, and we have the kicking team blocking before the ball clearly goes beyond the free kick restraining line. So we have a foul for illegal blocking here. So we want to flag down because we have blocking before the ball went 10 yards, which is when they can legally block. So as we let this play out, great job by the clock operator. That ball has not been legally touched. All right, so we don't start the clock because the receivers have not touched the ball. At the end of the play, the kickers do wind up recovering the ball. So we're going to enforce this loose ball foul for illegal block 10 yard from the previous spot, and we're going to re-kick it. And since it's 8-man, we're going to go to the 20-yard line. All right, so crews, every kick is an onside kick. That's why we have the beanbags out. And review those rules. When can the receivers block? When can the kickers legally block? When can the kickers legally recover the ball? It's that free kick restraining line. So if you're on that free kick restraining line, be very focused every single time about who blocks, where they block, and that ball status. All right, so this play was sent in. Question mark, is this a snap infraction? And if you take a look at the sticks, we got 3rd down and 10. 3rd down and 10 is going to be a little bit different than 4th and a half yard or 4th and 1 or 3rd and 2. All right, so the crew properly places it on a line because it's a soft spot. So the ball is at the 26-yard line. Snapper comes in and moves the ball forward a half yard. All right, so the question is, snap infraction? Sometimes yes. This time, no. The intent of picking up the ball and moving it is to not get the defense to false start. We don't have the defense simulating the snap moving forward. All right, and we don't want the offense gaining an advantage and moving that ball forward so it's closer to the line to gain. This is a soft spot. So this is where we want to use preventive officiating. So umpire, after this play, remind that snapper, please do not move the football except to tilt it up. You can't move it forward. You can't pick it up off the ground. If he does it again and it doesn't gain advantage, now let's get the coach involved. Let the coach know, hey, your snapper is moving the ball forward. Your snapper is picking up the football. That black and white is a foul. The intent of the rule is not being broken yet. But if it's 3rd and short, 4th and short, I'm going to have to call it as an umpire. So let's just correct it now early in the game so it doesn't come up later in the game. So snap infraction, not on this play, but different situations, yes. It is a 5-yard snap infraction false start and move the offense back 5 yards. All right, this play was sent in high school. What do we do when a player, this is the 11th player right now, 11th player is running in on the field, and he doesn't make it to the other side of the line of scrimmage. This is a dead ball foul encroachment. All right, so once we recognize this 11th player running on does not get on their side of the football, throw the flag, blow it dead. The offense does not get a free play on this play. The last thing we want is a quote-unquote free play. We don't have a flag. All of a sudden, the offense fumbles it. All right, so this is a dead ball foul encroachment because the defender, 11th defender, does not get on their side of the ball prior to the snap. All right. Illegal personal contact. We've covered illegal personal contact a lot in these training videos, and we keep on covering them for multiple reasons. One is player safety. When in doubt, we're going to throw the flag on it. This play was turned in because it's a unique play, and the importance of when we have a foul, we must continue officiating. All right, so we got 4th down and 8. Sorry, 4th and 7. Looks like 4th and 8. But anyways, it's 4th down, and we are at the 35-yard line. So we're going to have this play go out. This is the easy part. We have that blindside block at the 30-yard line, which is beyond where we snapped the ball. All right, so we snapped it at the 37. Sorry, we snapped it at the 35. This is a clearly 9-4-3 contact that is deemed excessive, and that was not needed to take place. All right, but now the rest of the story. Remember, 4th down. Where is this ball when it crosses the sideline? All right, and right now we have the calling official who saw the foul throw the flag, not looking at this spot, at this sideline spot. So yes, I know we're using this as a training video. Sounds really easy. But when we see that foul, just drop the flag. We must continue officiating the rest of the play because this spot is very, very important. All right. The chains are going to be drop and go. So we're going to have to make sure that clip gets back in the proper spot. And we're going to have to place this ball where the official judged it to cross the sideline as that ball carrier was going across the sideline. And why is it important? Because it's fourth down. All right, so if the spot is short of the line to gain, the result of the play is a turnover on downs, even with the foul. They're going to have to decline that foul, all right, to get that ball. All right, because if they don't decline it, we're going to force it 15 yards from the spot of the foul, replay that down. If the spot is now in front of the line to gain, now the defense obviously is going to take the foul. 15-yard penalty remains fourth down. So just remember, when you have a foul, continue officiating the play as you're throwing that flag. Make that mental note in your brain. All right, got this foul on the 30-yard line, position number 5, and my eyes got to keep on doing my mechanics of that position. So good call on getting the illegal personal contact. Don't know where the final spot was. Film cuts off, but just be aware, especially on these big plays on fourth down. All right, so you want to get the big games. We got number 1 versus number 2 in Class A here in Nebraska going at each other. Bigger the game, bigger the plays, bigger the emotion. So we're going to take a look at it's a good handful of plays and great training plays. So when you are in those playoff games where the players are just playing at a different adrenaline level, speed, and I call it invincible football. They're just going all out. We have to be aware of that, and we have to be on top of our game. So let's get the plays going. All right, so we got second and a very long. All right, well over 15 yards. Ball's away. All right, is this block necessary? No, it's small, unnecessary block. In a big game, are we really going to penalize the offense 15 yards when there's already second down and 17 for this hit? No, we're not. But we have to be aware that it happened. Because if we're not aware that it happened, we don't use voice, we don't use proximity, we don't let the players know that we are policing, peacekeeping this game, there's going to be retaliation. And here comes the retaliation. Boom. All right. This is definitely a foul. This is a reaction. If the reaction was just a similar push, no fouls either way. But this defender comes in, much larger reaction than initial block, correctly called, personal foul. All right, big play. Remember, second down and 17. All right, so this is going to be a dead ball, personal foul, all right, on the defense. So now we're going to go 15 yards, results in a first down. Had that been a dead ball behind the previous spot, it would be second down or third down, and it would remain third down and however long it is left to get to the line to gain. Just remember in high school, a personal foul, live ball or dead ball, is not an automatic first down. This play will result in a first down. But if we do see these small pushes, step in there. It would be, in that case, the line judge. You're not going to be running on the field because you're helping with cross-field mechanics. But you could be voicing, balls away, stop blocking, separate, keep each other on their feet. Just that type of peacekeeping will prevent that escalation. If players are, adrenaline's going, machismo's going, and they don't think they're being watched, they're going to get their shots in, especially in big games, big moments. All right, next play here. All right, ball is in the air. We have the safety coming in towards the middle of the field. So we're going to rewind it here a little bit. Just watch the safety. Ball's in the air. He's coming into the middle of the field. He is not playing the ball right now. He's only doing one thing, and that's cutting off the receiver to get to that ball. So this would be a cutoff block, not playing the ball, defensive pass interference. We're snapping at the 30-yard line. So we're either going to go, you could announce 15-yard penalty, results in a first down, or half the distance to the goal. Results in a first down. So back judge, good job here. Defensive pass interference, cutoff block by the safety. Now, if the safety was running towards the football, looking at the football, and the receiver runs into the safety, that would not be a foul. What makes this a foul is the safety is looking at the receiver, not running to the ball, so that is now a cutoff block defensive pass interference. First down and 10 at the 8:49, aka I would call this the 51-yard line. We have a forward pass, all right, and then after that pass is over, we have this defender now over the opponent. Forced into this position or not, judgment. However, he did not go there intentionally. All right, so this is the matchup we're looking at. All right. Line judges. Ooh, I know a lot of times we want to focus on this catch, no catch. We don't have to focus on that catch, no catch. That catch, no catch is going to be easy. He's either going to catch it and advance the ball, or he's going to drop it like he is here. Our eyes should be focused on these blocks ahead of the catch. That's where the foul is going to happen. This type of catch, no catch will be easy. All right, so when we see these players tangle, untangle, now over, get in there. Don't stay on the sideline. Don't wait for something to happen. Whenever we have opponents near each other in a game with a lot of adrenaline, 1 versus 2, there's going to be a lot of emotion. Let's get in there and prevent. Let's step between these players. Let's help number 6 get away from this receiver so we prevent these types of reactions. I don't think there's enough here. All right, there's a reason why number 1 did that. And there's a reason why number 6 was over number 1. If we dead ball officiate and get in there, we're going to be able to keep the peace. In playoff games, in big games, find ways to be peace keepers in tough situations for these players. All right, so we got catch, no catch. All right, so we have ball thrown up in the air. We have the receiver off the ground. We will say possession, and then the defense forces the receiver out of bounds, and he's first to touch out of bounds. All right, so this would be an incomplete pass. Yes, the receiver has possession of the ball over the inbounds, but unless the defense clearly carries that receiver out of bounds, they are forced out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass. So a push, a shoulder into the receiver, that's just forced out of bounds. So it's where that receiver lands. If they bear hug him and lift and carry him out of bounds, which isn't going to be by the sideline play, that's a play where they catch him near the numbers and literally carry him out of bounds. Now that you can deem that a catch, because had they not carried that receiver out of bounds, he would have touched in bounds. Anything near the sideline is forced out of bounds. So wherever that first body part touches is going to be the result of the play. This one is a incomplete pass, forced out of bounds. All right, knowing to line the gain is important, and a lot of times we put that on the line of scrimmage, the H&L. All right, we're snapping at the 13. The line to gain is the 4-yard line. Line to gain is 4-yard line. But there's going to be times where the umpire, you're going to need to know the line to gain, because you are the best angled official to rule where is this ball at this moment. All right, so this line of scrimmage official, the shoulder pad could be blocking him. This line of scrimmage official is beyond the line of game, his legs are blocking the ball. All right, so umpire, number one, was that ball trapped or was it not trapped? This video, we can't tell. Number two, if those hands are underneath the ball, are those hands underneath the ball before that 14-yard line hash mark, at the 4-yard line hash mark, or beyond the 4-yard line hash mark? Very unique play where the umpire will supply information for the placement of this ball. But all officials need to know the line to gain for big plays, third down, red zone. So we're going to have first down and goal, or we're going to have fourth down and a half-yard short, regardless of the judgment. All right, because I don't think this video is going to confirm catch, no catch. How are we communicating after the play? Right now we don't have any signals yet. No signals mean no. We have doubt. If we want to confer as a crew, sprint in together. If we're talking, especially if clock is of the utmost importance, stop the clock while the officials piece it all together. The last thing we want to do is give a large audience, a player, a doubt of what happened. So this is our first signal, and this official saying we are short of the line to gain, and I should cut it off too quick there. And not only are we short, but we're short by this body language by a whole yard. All right, so understand judgment is important. Our body language, our mechanics, our communication to help communicate what the players did to help sell our judgment is going to be very, very important in the big games, in the big matchups that we have coming up here in playoffs. Going to the next play. Out of the pocket, we have a defenseless player at the 50-yard line, and we have a Ronnie Lott hit. All right. So if deemed unnecessary and excessive, this is a personal foul, illegal personal contact against a defenseless player. Officials, when in doubt, safety foul. It is excessive, and it is going to incite roughness. Now, I know there's a lot of old-time football officials, coaches, players. This is a football hit. This should not be a foul. It's different. Kids are bigger. Kids are faster. Kids are stronger. We need the defense to participate in a wrap-up, drive-through tackle or a roll tackle here. A wrap-up, head to the side, roll tackle. We can't be treating other humans, especially who are defenseless, as pinballs. All right. So officials, when in doubt, this is a illegal personal contact foul. Get these fouls. Clean up the game. Coaches, you coach your players. If you wrap up tackle, you could still hit them hard. You could still tackle them hard. A wrap up tackle is safer for your opponent. Nobody ever wants a hit like this to damage a kid's future for the rest of his life. All right, let's get these hits hard. Let's get these hits tackle or legal, so everybody, one, is playing the game safe. Everybody goes home safe, and they can live a normal life the rest of their life. Hits like this can result in catastrophic injury. That's why we emphasize we need to throw the flags to discourage these types of hits in high school football. Kick catch interference. All right, so we have a punt, scrimmage kick, past the line of scrimmage. We have a clear wave of the arm above the shoulders. So now this player is awarded unimpeded opportunity to catch this kick. As we see this, he's moving forward. Whether there's contact here or not, he, as in the receiver, is not given the unimpeded opportunity to catch this kick. So this is a kick-catch interference from the spot of the foul, which would be the a 49-yard line, 15-yard penalty. All right, so the ball's loose. We got to scramble. All right, so the end of the play is going to be the 45. But we're going to enforce the kick-catch interference from the spot of the foul because we have a fair catch signal, and the kicking team did not give that receiver unimpeded opportunity to catch that kick. So as we're finishing up this training tape, I know it's the last week of regular season for state of Nebraska, first week of playoffs for 8-man, and we have playoff assignments coming out here Sunday. Please take time to review rules, review your teams that you're going to be officiating, not only this week, but your playoffs. Because the first thing coaches do is they take a look at their opponent's strengths, take a look at their opponent's weaknesses. We as officials, we're not going to dedicate as much time as coaches and players do in film review, but we should have an idea of what is each team trying to do. Run the ball, pass the ball, do a lot of plays, use as much clock as we possibly can. What type of kick formations are they in? The more we prepare for a game, the more success we're going to have for those student athletes and coaches and spectators for these playoff games. So if you're watching this training tape, you're obviously doing it. Encourage your crewmates to do it. Encourage other officials to do it. And thank you for taking time out to do it. That is a wrap for training tape number 8. Good luck to all the crews working 8-man playoffs this week, and good luck to all the crews working the final week of the regular season, and hope everybody who takes time out with these training tapes gets 1, if not 2, playoff games in the state of Nebraska. If you've liked this video, please like it, please share it with other officials, and please visit us again for training tape number 9, full-born playoff style. Until next time, officials, remember, you're only as good as your last call.